Sunderland versus Arsenal. I think Sunderland is one of the most performing team. If I should use the word most performing team in the Premier League, considering a team that just came back from the relegation, came up from the Championship, currently fourth on the Premier League table with 18 points, five winnings, three draws, and three five winnings, three draws, and two losses so far in the Premier League. What a wonderful season it has been for Sunderland since the beginning of the Premier League season. They are going to face on. They are going to take on Arsenal, who are currently top of the Premier League table with 25 points, eight winnings, and 10 Premier League matches, a draw and a lose so far in the Premier League. Arsenal has not conceded any goal in their last seven games in all competitions. So going into that game, Sunderland will be at home to take on Arsenal. We watched how Sunderland were against Chelsea, very compacted in defense. When Chelsea scored, they came out and also equalized. They kept Chelsea out, didn't allow Chelsea to dominate the game. They were very compact with a low blocking team. They played well from that defensive game, then finally hit Chelsea on counter attack to score. So I'm going to start with you, IB. Considering that you are going to play a team which is going to start with low blocking type of football and also very compacted in their defense and also sharp going forward, what type of game are we expecting when Sunderland take on Arsenal at the Stadium of Light?
Somehow I'm expecting a very tricky game, whereby I would believe that Arteta won't be very careful with the type of plan that he's going to bring into the game, because Sunderland, I give them the respect for a team that comes from relegation. They've really been performing more than expected, you know. So they have this dynamic set of plays whereby they can defend, have different phases on the game, and hit you on the counter attack as well. So they are going to be a very difficult opponent, but I still think we'll edge them. But I'm just curious about what Mikel Arteta is going to bring into the game. So I'm expecting a very tricky game, and hopefully we won't concede as usual. I want us to keep this fun as we have all through the month, up to last month, and even until this month, both in the Champions League, the EFL, and the Premier League. So I'm counting on the form of the football club as we speak. So I'm expecting a very tricky game. They are going to be difficult to deal with, but I think we can deal with them.
Considering that Arsenal have not considered any goal in the last 7 games in all competitions, okay, 8 games now. Yeah, 8 games. Arsenal have not considered any goal in their last 8 games in all competitions. Do you think that, should I say that Arsenal has that advantage when it comes to defensive side of football, or do you think that Arsenal team as it stands are complete in all aspects? The defense, the midfield, and the attack, are Arsenal complete?
Well, regarding to the squad depth, we have a lot of players, quality players, to replace each positions and stuff, amongst all of those stuff. But what is more important is that the defensive side of the game is not just credit to the defense or the goalkeeper, it's credit to the entire team. You need to, when you watch matches, 90 minutes, we are hitting us on the counter attack. You see Saka running, you see Yokores running back. The players are doing every bit of it. We don't give chances. We hardly even concede shots on target these days. So the defense can be good, can defend against goal, but it's difficult to defend against shot on target. But for you to have a game with 0 shot on target from your opponent, you need all your teammates' hands on deck, because even the defender of the opposition team can shoot from outside the box, so if allowed. But you need your striker to disturb the defense. You need your wingers to track back to disturb the fullback from crossing the ball in. You need your midfielders to sit deep to defend against their midfielders. You need your defense to be compact. You need your keeper to be alert. So you need the entire squad. So I'm not going to give the credit to. There's a lot on the media going on about the defense. They are doing the major part of the work, but I think that without 5 we can't have 6. So you need the entire team to contribute to the defensive attributes of the team. So I think on the defensive side, we've been doing very good. Also on the attacking side, we've been fair, but we can do better. So I think Arsenal is a bit complete all round, and that is what the world is waiting to see. Maybe this season is the season, because they have never been this complete ever since a very long time. So
Dre, Sunderland versus Arsenal will be at Stadium of Light. I want to ask you a question. What do you think is Arsenal's weakness? Does Arsenal have any weakness in their team as it stands? 8 games in the Premier League. Sorry, 10 games in the Premier League this season. 8 winnings, a draw, and a lose. Does Arsenal have any weakness in their team?
Every team actually have a weakness.
So, if you are to identify Arsenal's weakness, what will you see? What will you tell me now that is Arsenal's weakness as it stands?
As it stands,
As of now.
as of now,
Yes.
it's more of as the goal scoring aspect.
Okay.
Yes,
So you're saying that they have not been scoring a lot of goals.
yes.
Okay.
So it depends on if the opponent now can defend the set pieces. If you look at most of their goals, most of their games, we now have Gabriel doing more of the attacking work, and the striker not even giving. Okay, last game he scored, that is Gyökeres. But if you look at the output of their attackers in the games, their conversion, this is very poor compared to the previous season. I think what they are actually trying to do this season is that they want to work more on their defensive aspects, because they now believe that defense wins the league, which I actually agree with that. So the way Arsenal play, the way they were structured these days is the defense is compacted, but the weakness now is not playing to the striker. The striker is not scoring. So if the opponent can actually defend the set piece, I think they can actually have a good game.
Sunderland are good in that set piece because they have a lot of top players in that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not really all about top players, but it's all about techniques and the tactics to play it. I think we have to give kudos to Arsenal delivery man who has been delivering that ball into that box, which is they can rise. Has been doing a very wonderful work delivering those crosses and set pieces into that box. But looking at it, do you think that Arsenal will have the edge when it comes to set pieces against Sunderland? Sunderland also scored set pieces goal against Chelsea last time out. Chelsea currently in the Premier League are second team to have scored the most set pieces this season. So, but Sunderland got a goal against them from set pieces. Do you think Arsenal will have that advantage on set pieces when they take on Sunderland?
The problem they are going to have is, when a team comes to sit deep against us, we tend to keep the ball, stress them out, stretch them a little, and try to hurt them. But when we are not able to do that, we are also good on set pieces. So on that day, I'll be expecting to stretch them out, to try to stretch them out with our passes, shots from outside, amongst all. You get it? Arsenal is one of the most unlucky teams when playing small teams, because when you play them, they tend to sit deep week in, week out. And thanks to the set pieces, we are able to open up games by scoring the first goals and maybe looking for the second. And so the defensive part of the game is not the major work, but the opposition sitting deep against us. When the opposition come out, you look at the last 2 matches in our Champions League. Atletico Madrid, they didn't sit deep. We helped them 4-0. Slavia Prague didn't sit deep. We helped them 3-0. It will come. I think the goal scoring will come when the teams start playing us the way like they want to really hurt us. And no matter how good defensively you are, when you don't concede shots on target, it shows that the opposition team is not doing enough. They are not even trying to hurt us. You get it now? They want to try to maybe hurt us on the counter, but Arsenal is very good at keeping the ball. So you might not really have the chance to hurt us on the counter, because we keep the ball a lot. We are not reckless with the ball. Sometimes, but when we play teams that come out to play us, we can be more reckless with the ball. We can take more risk when playing them. You understand? But I don't think Sunderland will want to play deep. But when they play deep with us, against us, we might have to maybe be lucky to have the set piece goal to open up the game. Because when you score the opposition, that's when the game opens up. They want to hurt you back to maybe get a draw or something, because they won't sit deep to defend when you score them. So that is where the set piece, and that has not been talked about enough. I feel that people have been talking about how Arsenal have been scoring set pieces, but they've not been considering how these teams. Manchester City had this problem last season. You know, they were complaining bitterly. Guardiola was complaining. Stones, who was the captain last season, was complaining. Bernardo Silva was complaining that they play against teams and this is not football. They are defending. They are not even trying to play against you. They are just defending and all of that. Then you see a team that come up with a solution for it, and you criticize them for scoring goals. You don't do that. You don't do that. So that has been key in opening up games for us. We don't have the best of the attacks. We are trying, but we don't have the best of the attacks. But when teams come out to play us, I think we can out them.
Dre, Sunderland, we watched them against Chelsea where they won 2-1 against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Going into Arsenal's game, do you think that Sunderland stand a chance to pick a point or three against Arsenal?
Currently, I can't actually predict that, but in football, everything is possible. But if you look at this Sunderland team, they have proven they are good, that they can actually hurt any teams any day, anytime. But with this, with the way Arsenal is structured currently, I don't actually see them having a chance. So because this Arsenal team, for now, it will take let me say till January before you will see teams actually giving them a headache. So unless we want to be biased, Sunderland, I will not actually say they have been lucky. They are new to the Premier League. They are, for a very long time, they are absent in the Premier League. So currently, I'm very sure the energy is still there. It's just about the morale boost. They still have this energy. They still have this morale that they can actually do it. But it's not against a team like Arsenal.
So you don't see Sunderland picking a point or three against Arsenal?
I don't see them picking a point.
IB, going into that game against Sunderland, what will be the outcome of the game? Sunderland versus Arsenal.
I'll go for a 2-0. 2 goals to Arsenal.
2 goals to Arsenal, 0 to Sunderland. Dre, Sunderland versus Arsenal. What will be the scoreline?
I'm seeing a 1-0 win for Arsenal.
Arsenal 1-0.
Yes.
For me, I'm seeing a full time 0-0.
As usual.